Hi chaps, SimOP here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. Today I'm bringing you some Tier 10 gameplay in Live Oaks. I'm platooned up with Siddy, Danny G and Sidinator. We've all gone for fairly fast mediums just because we thought it'd be quite fun and hopefully it should produce a good replay with lots of dynamic gameplay. Fingers crossed. So we're heading to the right of Live Oaks. As you can see, we've just pinged on the map. Our thinking here is that most of the heavies will go to the town and hopefully we can sort of just sweep round, clean up the couple of TDs and one or two tanks that have made their way to the right, and then push around, help our heavies in the town and secure the win. But what we didn't count on was the enemy doing the exact opposite of what we thought, and instead, as we push over the ridge, we start encountering that, well, first a light, so we're thinking, oh, this isn't too bad, we can deal with that. IS-7, we're getting a little bit worried at this point, and then they just start filtering through. The next heavy's popped up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this ridge to sort of stem the line, if you will. So the guys are going to be poking around the right hand side, getting shots into whatever comes round. I'm going to stay on top of this hill to keep these guys spotted so we know their movements, but also so I can provide supporting fire to keep their heads down and make sure they can't push too hard to engage us. Although, you know, we are top tier, we're in mediums, we don't have a lot of armour, we don't have a huge pool of HP to expand, so more than anything else we're just going to be popping back and forth, trying to pick our engagements and choose where the fighting's happening. So we have obviously here bit off far more than we can chew. Their team hasn't gone to the city as we anticipated. They've pushed where we thought they wouldn't be. So we're all not frantic in party chat at the minute, but we're very aware this could turn ugly very quickly. So the guys on the right are just engaging. They're not really cresting the hill too much, just taking snapshots. The OBJ-140 is really good for that. The accuracy on it, even on the move, it's still phenomenal. So I'm just going to carry on putting shots into the tanks at crest just to discourage them from pushing. Because the reality is, if they all pushed over in a coordinated assault, they take us out and there's nothing we can do. So it's important we sort of either keep them distracted or ensuring anyone that is sort of leading them in a coordinated push, we take them down, pin them down, so everyone else sort of backs up. We hope anyway. This is our master plan we have communicated through party chat. So we're just directing fire who we want to take out, who we're a little concerned about. And I've got Siddy joining me in his Leopard 1 on top of the hill. His armour is just a little bit too thin to risk sort of cresting on the right hand side with the other guys, whereas the OBJ-140, it can be a bit trolley on the front armour and the turret, so it's a little bit safer for the other guys to do it. So what we're kind of hoping at this point is that we're just going to keep exchanging, keep snapshotting, and hoping that using our sort of superior Russian technology that we come away the better of it. So we've chewed through quite a few of their tanks at the minute. Got the IS-7 down, he's lost a lot of health. The M103 and the IS-3, they've lost quite a lot of health as well. I've lost a little bit, but the other guys are doing okay, so this is a good exchange so far. All I'm doing is moving back and forth. I know I'm spotted. I'm not particularly risking my sort of HP here or pushing too hard. My role here is literally just to keep the enemy team spotted, because there's a couple of things they could do to break this deadlock. So you can see them making a push on our right hand side with a T10 and a medium. They could also push over the top or push over left. So we need to keep an eye on everything they've got there to make sure they don't surprise us by bum rushing us or YOLO rushing us. And if they do, the guys need to know I need to put a tracking shot into whatever's coming over. Again, this tank's perfect for it. It's got a 5-second reload, 6-second reload, so there's every chance I'll be able to take two of them or stop two of them from pushing over. So we're just trying to keep this T10 in check at the moment, just to make sure he doesn't get too aggressive. I take a shot for it, but it's a worthwhile trade-off just to keep him pinned in place and to keep his head down. We're pushing their base on the rest of the battlefield. It looks like they're in a clean-up mode. They've forgotten all about the city. They're not fussed about that. So again, just putting a shot into the T10, keeping an eye on him, make sure he's not getting too adventurous. The IS-7's pushed over the ridge, so the guys are shouting down the mic, he's got to go. And the Tortoise has got a little bit adventurous, he's got a little bit cheeky and wants to get involved in the fight. So we've just got to make sure we keep him spotted so the guys know what he's doing, put shots into him. We probably should be aiming shots a little bit more against the Tortoise, just aiming for the weak spot in the cupola. Just aiming for the centre mass isn't going to do a huge amount of damage. I'm going to get lucky with that shot there. But we've chewed through a fair portion of the tanks we had against us. Some of their TDs on the ridgeline have started to go down. We've still got that T10, and the guys are debating at the moment, do they want to push on that T10, take them out so they can sweep round and start focusing on the other guys? And that's what they've gone for, taken them out, pushed over the ridge. So at this point we need to make sure I'm pushing as well, or at least attempting to keep the other tanks spotted. So I push straight over to the left hand side to go up to the tracks. Again, what I'm trying to do is just get a location on their team, just so we can decide what's going to be the biggest threat to us. So we spotted the Tortoise. What I'm looking to do is just finish him off. I don't want the other guys to slow down their advance or lose momentum. So we take him out, and then we notice this pilot behind us is just trying to push out the way. Now I was contemplating going over the tracks and spotting, but I think let this idiot go. Let him go. I'm going to use him as a meat shield, go underneath the bridge, up the other side, and let him either spot everyone for me or just sit behind him quite happily. And as I said, just use them as my meat shield. So it's fairly even. The Reds managed to pull it back a little bit. At this point, we know the location of the vast majority of their team, or what they've got left on this side anyway. So the M103 has done to be fair, he's done a cracking job. He's survived for at least 6-7 minutes in a firefight with 4 tier 10 mediums. So he's done a good job. And we've just got this other Tortoise to take out again, cupola. So we know where the medium, heavy and TD are. So what I'm telling them is there's a sniper hill that you can use on the north spawn, and it is on C6. So rather than push across the swamp, let's hit the sniper spot that's usually used by the north spawn TDs. We've all got fairly good camo ratings, camo on our crew I'd imagine, so we can get shots into these last remaining 3 tanks without taking any damage ourselves. Or at least that's the plan. That's what we're hoping is going to happen here. So we're racing up, they're not spotted anymore. We've got one of our mediums who's pushing quite hard. We've got our heavy camping base, protecting our arty, good lad. Everyone needs someone doing that on a tier 9-10 game. It wouldn't be World of Tanks if someone wasn't doing it. So we spot the E100 out in the open, go for the tracks. I'm just communicating to the guys, we need to take him out, get tracking shots into him. He's used his repair kit, he's tracked again, so we should be able to take him out at this point. Now I bounce, and I notice that he's turning towards me, I'm spotted, so I am going mad in party chat at this point, saying kill him, he's going to take me out, he needs to die before he kills me. So luckily they managed to do that, and we've just got their E100 left. And of course I get spotted first. I think he gets a shot onto me at this point. No, I've got about 720 health or 770 hit points left. There is a chance he could take me out in one shot. So I'm very, very nervous at this point. Normally I'd probably try and take a few more shots, get a bit more damage, but I just don't think it's worth it. I just want to keep him spotted for the other guys, get my spotted damage, and I'm happy. There we go for the last shot, and he takes me out with this last shot. I've obviously been too aggressive, and I deserved it. Fully deserve it. So what we've got at the end of this map is, I reckon, about 5k combined. We've walked away with the crucial as well, my second one, which means each of us got 3 kills, so we've killed 12 of the enemy team. I hope you liked the video, guys. If you like the content, like and subscribe.